Okay, you're looking at a Moto Guzzi flywheel, and this bolts right onto the back of the engine there. Hope you can see that. Nothing fancy here, it's just like a car or a pickup truck or a highway truck for that matter. It is slightly different in that it has two plates. So this bolts to there, and there's 8 clutch springs. I've only got 4 in at the moment. The others are here, just for demo purposes. And you notice we've got splines here. So the first plate that goes in has indents for the springs. And that goes on top. I'm not going to shove it down. Well, actually it's gone in. Yeah, so these mate with those. Now this first plain steel disc is fine. It just needs a bit of a rub. Next comes a friction plate. Now this is splined for the gearbox shaft. Next we have a plain steel. Again, this splined to the flywheel. Next, another friction plate, which is splined to the gearbox input shaft. And on top of all this goes this baby, which is your final plain clutch disc. All that goes on top, and then she's bolted in to the bottom plate. And the spring tension is what holds it all together. I forgot to mention something, which is this little doobry firkin. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, that fits in this plate, like so. And what this does is, this receives the clutch push rod. Let's say this is a push rod, which comes right the way through the middle of the gearbox and goes into there. So when you pull on the clutch lever through various means, this is what pushes down against the springs and releases the spring tension on the plates and allows the clutch to operate. Pretty simple, really. Anyways, that's how she works. Now, when I took this engine apart, I was very amazed not to see a lot of oil down here. There's a tiny dribble, but it's not too bad actually. It's dry. So that's the first Guzzi engine I've ever taken down that hasn't been leaking on the rear main seal, which is nice. As regards the condition of the clutch, well, these, the book says that the gap, the thickness here should be 8 mils. This one is below 7 and the other one's just over 7. So they're well and truly wore out. But thankfully, it hasn't worn down to the rivets. So there's still a little bit of meat left there, which stopped these from getting scored and damaged. These I can use again. These I will renew. And the clutch springs, they're just a tiny bit shorter than what the book says. I think the book says around 28 mils, and they're around 27.5. So I'll be replacing those as well. There's no point in putting a bike together if half the stuff doesn't work on it. So yeah, there we go. That is how a Moto Guzzi clutch operates. Nothing fancy, runs at engine speed just like a car. And like I said, it was full of dust. All in here was full of dust. Light brown sandy kind of dust. You can just see bits of it there. I don't think it's clutch pad material, but seems to be too fine for that. So she was sucking dust in from the atmosphere somehow. probably through the little inspection hole on the side of the gearbox, or maybe in through where the starter fits here. So yeah, there we go. Onward and upwards. Next job will be to pull out the we'll take the bottom off the engine and pull out the crankshaft and get the micrometer on all the bearing surfaces inside the engine and just see what we've got. Hopefully she won't need regrinding, but you never can tell till you get it down. Okay, so there we go. One clutch, Moto Guzzi, ever onward and upward, another day in paradise, etc., etc. Take care of yourselves, look after one another, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.